Greetings, 124th Fighter Wing. I've prepared a message that I want to read to all of you, so bear with me, please. In light of the current headlines, I feel compelled to reach out to all of you as fellow brothers and sisters in arms. I'll share that I'm personally working through what it means to see over 20 years of military operations come to an end in Afghanistan. Watching the story unfold this week has caused me to pause and reflect on my own service and the deployments of this fighter wing that I've had the privilege to be a part of. I use the word privilege because I am proud of what we have accomplished over the years. I'm even more proud of how we have accomplished it. All of my combat time has been with the 190th Fighter Squadron. I tell friends and families that no other nation holds their servicemen and women to a higher standard than the United States of America. We are given the task and have taken an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. To fulfill this oath, we often leverage overwhelming combat firepower, but we do so with lethal precision. I truly believe that our actions have saved lives and have prevented further loss of life. Each and every one of you, in wearing the uniform, are tied to this noble effort. Each and every one of you are called to execute your given skill set in support of the mission, and many of you have answered the call time and again. That is what we're given to do, answer the call. In the grand scheme of things, that is what is in our control. From this airman's perspective, you have all answered the call. As you reflect on our withdrawal from Afghanistan, I want to remind you that your brothers and sisters in arms across the nation are reflecting with you. There are no right or wrong feelings. If you're struggling with what you hear, what you see or read, I encourage you to reach out. I've had multiple conversations in the last few days and have been comforted by those interactions. I want to share something that Ted Burgess, one of our DPHs, said to me yesterday as we discussed Afghanistan. He quoted a poem from Mother Teresa titled "The Final Analysis," which he recited in its entirety to me from memory. But I want to share an excerpt with you. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give the world the best you have anyway. I humbly offer this addition. Sometimes your service may be called into question. Serve anyway. As warriors, we are given sometimes impossible tasks, and yet we find a way. This week has been a stark reminder for me of what our incredible airmen are capable of. I can only express gratitude to the courageous airmen operating in Kabul at this very moment. As a citizen of this great nation and a proud member of this fighter wing, I can only express gratitude to all of you for standing the watch. Take care of yourselves, stand tall, and be proud of what you've accomplished. Attack.
Batman.
I'm the Bagram Batman.
How you doing, sir?
I patrol the streets of Bagram, looking for one thing:
Where's your rifle?
safety violations. I spend time in the defects, making sure
It's
everyone
because they're sailors.
eats healthy.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm a celebrity,
You guys have a good day.
but I never lose my focus on keeping the Bagram
I'm here
community
promoting
safe.
safety. You better have your reflective belts.
I interact with my fans,
Got a reflective belt.
but I make darn sure
You gotta be safe at all times, sir.
they have the reflective belts and iPro.
See, that's what I'm here for. Morale, safety, and nutrition. And some other things, but we won't get into that. We don't have enough time. All right, Johnson.
I'm the Bagram Batman.
Don't even try.
There was occasional firing at the perimeter because crowds tried to breach the airport. couple of times there were warnings of attacks, so they put on the body armor and helmets and stay cover. And I spent almost 5 years as our bureau chief in Kabul. The Italian embassy
Yo,
had
I'm back again, y'all. I know you had a long drought. I tried to keep the vibe alive with the long route. I'm looking up to an authority beyond clout. Ways to have a life to learn what life is all about. It's better late than never, son. That's what Pop said. Before you eat, better make sure the dog's fed. Don't get caught with cold feet behind lead. I can't resurrect hip hop, it's not dead. It's just in a deep sleep, comatose. Took a little snip of Lucifer and overdose. We're going back, way back in the time, y'all. Way back when rappers actually knew how to rhyme, y'all. Now it's just a bunch of puppets in the industry. No look at anyone thinking any differently. Davis was Goliath, it was meant to be. Liars step aside and get vaporized instantly.
Later in the day, when the crowd got even bigger and rowdier, and the Iranians started to shoot. The air,
the weak shit, I break kids. Step into my zone, mad rhymes will stifle ya. Mad rhymes will stifle ya.
Witness the rise of a champion, coming up against all odds. I put the flames to the idols and the false gods. A criminal against unjust laws, standing up and fighting back for a just cause. Rainfalls are one and all the same. The sun rise to great heights and balls of flame. Nothing surprised me. Check a live MC. Let me in, get high with me. I judge wisely. See the wolves in the sheep's clothes and imitating MCs with the weak flows. Strong roots bear fruit all season. Cutting snake heads for the hip hop treason. Benedicts with the penmanship, playing false roles for their own benefit. This shit is illegit. That's why I spit rhymes packed with heat. Will flow to blow minds like attack the beat.
You'll never make it. Come with the weak shit, I break kids. Step into my zone, mad
a lot of the actors are we were not able to come to the point where they were training outside. It was sitting in the check
come with the weak shit,
and
I
a lot of
break
people
kids.
didn't
Step into my zone, mad rhymes will stifle ya. Mad rhymes will stifle ya. Mad rhymes will stifle ya.
Good afternoon. I just met with the Vice President, Secretary Blinken, Secretary Austin, National Security Advisor Sullivan, and other members of the National Security Leadership Team and the Situation Room to discuss our ongoing efforts to evacuate American citizens, third country civilians, Afghan allies, and vulnerable Afghans. And I want to provide the American people with a brief update on the situation in Afghanistan. Since I spoke to you on Monday, we've made significant progress. We've secured the airport, enabling flights to resume. Not just military flights, but civilian charters from other countries, and the NGOs taking out civilians and vulnerable Afghans. And now we have almost 6,000 troops to the ground, including the 82nd Airborne, providing
Rainy days, I sit back and think about my life. All the joy, all the pain, all the doubt and strife that brought me to this moment right here, right now. Best start appreciating life before it's lights out. No time to waste wondering what might have been. Just focus on this moment that you're in.
And the only country in the world capable of projecting this much power on the far side of the world,
you can't hold on to anything for very long, and you never know what you got till it's gone.
We've already evacuated more than 18,000 people since July and approximately 13,000 since our
that's a cause
military
for celebration.
began.
We just gotta crush no matter the situation.
Thousands more
Try
have been
using a
evacuated
little
by private
imagination. We
charters
gotta make it
facilitated
better for the
by
younger
the US government.
generation.
These numbers include American citizens and permanent residents, as well as their families. It includes SIV applicants and their families. Those Afghans who have worked alongside us, served alongside of us, gone into combat with us, and provided invaluable assistance to us, such as translators and interpreters. The United States stands by its commitment we've made to these people.
Tough times, all so good. Living in unity like we all should. Equality and
In fact,
Catch the rain, then water all the plants. Reap the crop with the squad, then the bands. Trying to improve life steadily and heavily. Know the chopper sample up and rock the mic steadily. Everything is possible if you believe. And if you ask, so shall you receive. Be aware of those that deceive. And if you have faith, there's nothing you can't achieve.
The pause flights will come home 2 hours this morning
but I don't really
to
wanna
make sure
be
we
broke
can
and
process the
ignored.
arrival of
If I'm
evacuees
breathing
in
the
transit.
spirit of the Lord, He leads me on the path and my soul is restored.
Outbound flights to resume. Even with the pause, we moved out 5,700 evacuees yesterday. We're working on a to verify that number of Americans are still in the country as we work on this, because we're not sure the exact number of people who are Americans in there, and those who may have come home to the United States. We want to get a strong number as to exactly how many people are there, how many American citizens, and where they are. Just yesterday, among the many Americans we evacuated, there were 169 Americans who we got over the wall into the airport using military assets. We're also facilitating flights for our allies and our partners, and working in close operational coordination with NATO on this evacuation. For example, we provided overwatch for the French convoy bringing hundreds of other people from the French embassy to the airport. These operations are going to continue over the coming days before we complete our drawdown. We're going to do everything that we can to provide safe evacuation for our Afghan allies,
Tiger uppercuts, jackknife kicks, and backflips. Leave my enemies with bloodshot eyes and cracked lips. These victories flawless like my track list in the wilderness. Y'all like John the Baptist.
any American
on the land
wants
trying to
to come
formulate
home,
a plan.
we
I
will
rock
get you
mics
home.
and dig dirt with the same hand.
Make no mistake,
Staying
this
humble but
evacuation
with
mission
utmost
is
confidence.
dangerous.
Above all,
It
thinking
involves
differently
risk
is common
to
sense.
our armed
The
forces
dystopia is
that's
right
being
here and
conducted
now.
under
It's only
difficult
getting worse,
circumstances.
seems to me without a doubt.
I cannot
This little
promise
mustard seed is
what
turning
the
to a
outcome will
sprout.
be,
So when I see a
what it will
false
be
prophet, y'all
that
will
will
call
be
them
without
out.
risk of loss.
To escape all the
As
trappings of the
Commander-in-Chief,
modern day.
I
My
can
control
assure you,
black
I
hole,
will
all I gotta
mobilize
say.
every
When the sun
resource
goes
necessary.
down, we'll stalk the turf.
And as
And
an
when the
American,
morgues are full,
offer
the
my
dead will walk the
gratitude
earth.
to
Welcome
brave
to the
men and
new
women
world zombie
in the U.S.
apocalypse.
Armed
Where people
Forces
get
right now
beat,
in this
shot over politics. This insanity is
As we
something that we
continue to
gotta
work
fix. The older
with
that I
this
get, less I wanna be a part of this.
constant
Welcome to the
contact
new
with
world
colleagues.
zombie apocalypse. Where people get beat, shot over politics. This insanity is something that we gotta fix. The older that I get, less I wanna be a part of this. Early on my born day, I'm 36, waking, being thankful for the pain and bliss, thankful to exist. Cause every single day above ground's a good day. That's why I give thanks and praise always. I'm a student of the drum, but a teacher too. You gotta dig a little deeper, you will see the truth. Plenty fake friendships come to ruin hive mind, and my mind don't seem to be congruent. Let's keep it moving, I got bigger fish to fry. I got blood along my hands and a timber in my eye. In the wilderness, seeing visions in the sky. Failure is tough, but it's a sin if you try. Use spiritual wisdom and insight. If the sword don't sway you, then the pen might. Up with the notepads, how I spend nights. Watching belly smoking blunts, running red lights. Welcome to the new world zombie apocalypse, where people get beat and shot over politics. This insanity is something that we gotta fix. The older that I get, less I wanna be a part of this. Welcome to the new world zombie apocalypse, where people get beat and shot over politics. This insanity is something that we gotta fix. The older that I get, less I wanna be a part of this. Hip hop's not dead, y'all. Check the vitals. I hold the microphone to smash, don't destroy an idol. Praise is necessary, ego is secondary. Tell me which MC will be the next to bury. Peep the world I see in the state of emergency. It's hard not to feel a heavy sense of urgency. Seems to me the times ahead try to overstand. And now I make the same mistakes, now we know the plan. Hold my hand as we step through this dialect. Collage of raw rap, keep the pieces I connect. I got you on the check with the counter grip. I cock back this microphone and I let it rip. I made decisions as the visionary, spit a very ill verse. Best my earth rhythms are incendiary. That means the lava to explode. Now your throat spit fire when I rip it. It was written in the code. We welcome to the new world zombie apocalypse, where people get beat and shot over politics. This insanity is something that we gotta fix. The older that I get, less I wanna be a part of this. Welcome to the new world zombie apocalypse, where people get beat and shot over politics. This insanity is something that we gotta fix. The older that I get, less I wanna be a part of this.
With our closest partner. create and work with international communities, provide humanitarian assistance such as food aid and medical care for refugees who have crossed into neighboring countries to escape the Taliban, and to bring international pressure on the Taliban with respect to the treatment of Afghan people overall, and including Afghan, particularly women and girls. The past week has been heartbreaking. We've seen gut-wrenching images of panicked people acting out of sheer desperation. You know, it's completely understandable. They're frightened, they're sad, uncertain what happens next. I don't think any one of us can see these pictures and not feel that pain on a human level.
Cinematic vision,
Now we have a
some
mission.
life is like
Mission
lockdown
complete
in the
Afghanistan.
minds of the prison. Me,
It's
I'm
an
too busy
incredibly
living
difficult
to
and
be
dangerous
focused on
operation
fitting
for
in a
all.
broken world bound for
There are
collision.
6,000
Y'all clowns, non-existent competition.
Americans
Step in your
fighting
career,
for
be in
freedom
critical
and
condition. Thinking back when I ain't
They're
had
putting
a
their
pot to
lives
piss
on
in,
the
so I
line.
sprinkle
They're doing
gratitude
it
in every
dangerous
composition.
to save
Another day,
children,
another prophecy.
Afghan
So buried in another philosophy. To see the Abraham against the monstrosity. Falling out of grace and terminal velocity. Rise and shine, the light has come. With a soul that burns bright like the sun. Twice as brilliant, half as long. Stay resilient,
They
pass
made
it
it
on.
clear to
Come
them,
on.
and we get them everything they need to do the job. We're performing to the highest standard under extraordinary difficult and dynamic circumstances. Our NATO allies
people were very
are strongly standing with us.
worried.
Their troops keeping sentry alongside ours in Kabul. As is the case
Yo,
whenever
living
I
in strange times, y'all. So I grind on the beats
take
and the
that
rhymes, y'all.
responsibility
Trying to
seriously.
shed a little light in these
I
dark
carry that
days.
burden
It's
every
not
day.
like spitting from the hard
just as I
page.
did when I
But
was
that
vice
ain't what it's
president of
about
the
for me.
Southern
Steady
Iraq.
climb through the ranks, what it's about to be.
Need plenty of
Something
time to
legendary,
criticize
but
the
something
second
humble
yes,
too.
it's not
Unlike gun tight, mumble rap
Now.
stumble through.
Now.
I stay mastering the craft, son. Ready for action. Mic weighs a half
Would ask
ton.
every American,
I threw a feather through a brick wall. Pinwheel uppercuts to the
risking their lives on
pitfall.
the ground in the service of our
Perfection
nation.
is the key. You need spiritual fitness if you ever
Events
step to
evolve.
me. One,
Come
here
today.
comes the two to the
My
three.
team and I will continue
True
to
indeed,
share
by the fruits
information
know
and
the
update the
tree.
American people on exactly what things do. We use every resource necessary to carry out the mission at hand, to bring the safe American citizens and our Afghan allies. This is our focus now. And when this is finished, we will complete our military withdrawal and finally bring to an end 20 years of American military action in Afghanistan. Thank you. May God bless you, our troops, our diplomats, and all those serving in harm's way. And now I'll take questions. AP, Zeke Miller.
Afghanistan, but you also promised not to help to bring out those who helped America into war effort. We've seen these heart-wrenching images at the Kabul airport of
Golden
people
axe
trying
when
to
I
get there,
control the
saying nothing
tracks
to
on
people
my
who
clothes
can't get to the
collapse.
airport.
You boom
You
back,
made the
shake
commitment to
some,
America
capture
to
souls on
to
wax.
get
Call me
America's
Indiana
citizens
Jones,
out.
dodging
Will you
booby
make the
traps.
same commitment
Only
to those
spitting
who
on the
assisted
beat if the
in the
truth
American
is
war effort over the last 4 years? Number
Inspiration
one.
in your favorite
And then
rap.
number two, when's your message to
Peep the
America's
recent
soldiers
chapter.
around the
I'm
world
calmly
who
moving on,
criticized
putting
not
childish
the
things
withdrawal,
away.
but the conduct
Grown
of
man
that
life,
withdrawal?
somebody's gotta say
Made
dang.
them question America's
I
credibility.
paved the way like it's
I have
concrete.
seen no
Living
question
life
of our
without
credibility
purpose,
from
it's
our
just
allies.
obsolete. So I strive
I
every
spoke
day
with
to
our
keep
NATO
my
allies.
eyes open.
We spoke
Say
with
iron
our
sharpen
allies.
iron and my flow's potent. If your soul's
Our
broken,
national
son, I'll
security
tell you about
advisor
the
made contact with
glue.
his
Spread a little
counterparts
good
throughout
news
the
is what
world
I'm
of
out
our
to
allies.
do. It's
As
your
has
choice if you wanna
the
try to
general,
doubt
or
the
excuse
truth.
me, I
Greatness
keep
isn't
calling him
something
general.
that you have, it's something you
Secretary of
pursue.
Defense. The
So
fact of the
every
matter
day I
is,
put the
I have
pen to
not
work,
seen that.
crushing
Matter
all
of
my
fact, the
goals
exact
until I'm
opposite.
laying in the dirt.
God.
Got these posts
The
in
exact
front of
opposite.
MCs
They
on
were
high
acting
alert.
with
You
dispatch,
probably
were
shouldn't
acting
step, son, you get your
committing to
feelings
what we
hurt.
said we
Too
would
many
do.
fools
Look,
stuck
let's
in a
put this
false
thing in
reality.
perspective.
So I grip the mic,
What
burn them
interest
like
do
a
we have
calorie.
in Afghanistan?
I embrace the
at this
totality.
point
Stay
with
strong
Al-Qaeda
on the stormy
gone?
sea of Galilee.
We went to
Why
Afghanistan
you
for the
seeking
express
these little
purpose
faith? Dead
of
walking
getting rid of
transparent like a
Al-Qaeda
ring
in
ring.
Afghanistan,
How
as
much
well
stress can you take?
as well
I
as
burn the
getting
day, check the
some
mic, and then I bless the
and
break.
we did.
Here
Imagine,
I go
just
down the rabbit
imagine,
hole.
if
Never back away from
an
anything,
attack
that's how I
that
roll.
Bin Laden
Break
had
away from
decided
the
for
status quo,
Al-Qaeda
that's the
to
goal.
launch
With
an
the
attack
feds
in
bringing
Yemen.
shots from the
somewhere between $150 million a day and $300 million.
Let's keep the bars based on real life. All sharks stay sharp like the seal knife. Swing it down like the sword of Damocles. You can never battle me, not even in your fantasy. You're better off drinking antifreeze. It'll be the same story more than any family.
Horizon capability
So you pick the strategy so you ain't gassed up or running out of batteries.
So this is what it should be.
But it's inevitable, daunting as it seems. Especially if you ever step to me, you'll be ready for this weaponry that I guarantee.
I was with the G7, as well as met with NATO partners. And I told them all, everybody we knew, agreed we should be sitting on NATO. And current and end our involvement in Afghanistan. First part of your question was about
Would you commit to the same commitment? Would you make the same commitment to bring out Afghans who assisted in the war?
Yes, we're making the same commitment. There's no one more important than bringing American citizens out. I acknowledge that. But they're equally important almost as all those SIVs we call them, who in fact helped us. They were translators. They went to battle with us. They were part of the operation. As well as we're also trying to get out as many NGOs, non-government organizations, women's organizations, etc. to do all we can. In the meantime, Secretary Blinken and I am going to be working with our allies to see to it that we can bring international pressure on the Taliban they're looking to gain some legitimacy. They're going to have to figure out how they're going to maintain that country. And there's going to be some harsh conditions, strong conditions that will apply. And we get help based on whether or not how well they treat women and girls, how they treat their citizens. So this is just beginning, and that's
They passed the 31st to make that happen, to bring all the Americans out, to bring those outside.
I think we can get it done by then.
Ahead of the game, head of the pack. This is fact-based rap. Y'all ain't ready for that. Vampires steal souls till the belly is fat. I'ma chase out the devil till he never come back. Give the
You
full
just
truth,
said
don't
that
put
you
his
would
head
keep
through the
those
mat.
as
This is
counterterrorism
type does straight vibes.
And you don't see a straight up threat of terrorism.
Living like a renegade. The flow is 400
But if you and your administration so badly
they
miss
need
us,
that I generate,
how quickly
turn it up loud, and I'm
which means for Afghanistan, we no longer have an embassy there, how much time and help we put there, how can you put all the time to be your assessment of domestic terrorism and the ability of the U.S. to conduct expeditions checks? Can you tell Americans that they're safe and will remain safe from the terrorist attacks in Afghanistan?
What do we do with the love? Must be digitally to my
Yo, Zach Nip, check the arsonist events. I'm marvel with the blends of rain novelist gems. Sharper than the lens, clear conquering the men. Terror park harder, vigilance sharper than the brim. Ass carving in your skin, marking the events. Lead stars in from the grand bars, viciously intense. From the lobby with my men to the market from the trench, Noble City. Particles extend, articles in retrograde literature. Bleed signatures, machine sentence the scenes for listeners. Key defenses up, see the strength in us. Cut the strings of pimping us from thieves who wicked cause we free the prisoners. I see the men of love arrive, features pen deep. Top secret technique, fly speeches, blessed heat. Glide beats with depth reach, unlike these other artists. Our song is smartest in the world realizes. Brought the heart.
You know what's happening in terms of what's going on in other countries. What do we do with the love? In the Middle East and East Africa places. So, bottom line is, we have to deal with those
Hey yo, certified superlative wordsmith, the murderous rhyme. Still turbulent divine, this is my purpose defined. Nourishment and pine to indulge in my senses. Gluttonous with behind, 7 obese. Over beats, I beat it every time.
Sir, just from that initial assessment, we learned last 24 hours
Let me know what you
that
decide,
cables
cause
in the
roll
State
over
Department
skies, how could you survive? In the
saying that
jungle,
the
my brother,
Taliban
you
would
dealing with
come
venomous
faster
specimens living
through
in the true
Afghanistan. Can you
skies.
say why?
Cause I gotta get your brain and blow. It's too much to handle. Listen, just flip it to cancel. Steadily approaching them seeds that can't do. But a fraction of my ethic, I'm immaculate conception. Outside the physical, my life is astral. Walking the pathway past you.
But saying that it would fall to others saying it wouldn't happen for a long time, and they'd be able to sustain themselves through the end of the year. I made the decision. The buck stops with me. I took the consensus opinion. The consensus opinion was that in fact it would not occur if it occurred until later in the year. It was my decision. Now my next is Stephanie Ramos, ABC.
Thank you, Mr. President. Two questions for you. The military has secured the airport, as you mentioned, but will you sign off on sending U.S. troops into Kabul to evacuate Americans who haven't been able to get to the airport?
Since 1998, digging in the crate, I found something in the rhythm of the break. It's mathematics. Every decision that you make has an equal reaction. Ask Newton. June got snares and kicks like Boss Root. Taking in all the beauty of a radius. Still aware of the fools and the shadiness. No writers blocking, no laziness. Filling up pages, inspiration instantaneous. Then it's on to the next shot.
Last month, my colleague Martha Raddatz interviewed an interpreter who was on the front lines with U.S. forces in Afghanistan. Overnight, we received a photo of Taliban militants coming to the door of his home, literally
live on compliments. As a matter of fact, it has a way of distracting
he was able to escape.
A whole lot of other musicians and artists that are out there today.
Danger.
They hear these compliments, they say, wow, this has been really great. So they get fat and satisfied and they get lost and they forget about the actual talent that they have and they start living into another world.
Rap John Lockberg with a long shot. Cracking Jack back in black like Bon Scott. The born battle for supremacy is hard fought. Frail frame lane crumble in the onslaught. Catch some buckshot, take your bumper clock. Lord, lead me on the path, let me stumble not. Modern Sodom and Gomorrah and another lot. Another sin, falling victim to another thought. Not me, wrong.
You mentioned just how using every resource available for evacuation. Why haven't you started speaking nonsense? You lost me when you run with the beast. You need guards. Do you have any plans to do so, given that likely require more U.S. troops? And are you considering rescue operations to recover Americans and allies stuck behind Taliban checkpoints?
Because like money is, it's going to be out of hand. Like musicians, especially every opportunity, chance to make all this money. It's fantastic. Like I said before, they lose themselves and forget about the music. So
number two,
forget about their talents.
The reason why we
the other
have
half
not
of it.
gone out and started and set up a perimeter way outside the airport in Kabul is that it's likely to draw an awful lot
People
of
always talk about the American dream. What is the American dream?
in terms of people
Who's
who,
to
in
say
fact,
what's your dream?
are not part of the Taliban. We've been in constant contact
Because I don't really care.
with the Taliban leadership on the ground in Kabul, as well as the Taliban leadership at Dahab.
I am rich in my own way. Richer than anybody.
That's why we were able, for example, how we got all of our embassy, how we got everyone out of the embassy safe. That was the distance. That's how we helped keep the French out of their embassy. So the question remains, there will be judgments made on the ground by the military commanders at the moment. And I cannot second guess each of those judgments that are made. But the idea of again, let me get back to the fundamental point.
Kinetic metal, Judah rap, Magneto. Your whole stick is nothing but a figment of the ego.
Decision was made
me, I live by the code of the Bushido and push raw rap uncut by the kilo.
Made some time ago. I ran for president saying I wanted to get us.
It's ridiculous.
One of the things that
and people that live down below, yeah, it's just like watching a rat race.
People now
just
say,
like when they put the rats in the box and they
to
go
me
running
and to
around.
others, many of you say,
Hell, I'm not like that. I can walk around up here at my own pace, do what I want.
why did we have to
drop gems from my genesis?
No American
Walk 50 blemishes for nemesis.
Why did we
push pretenders out the premises? My efforts eminent and genuine. Intricate plots with the penmanship.
The reason I worked in fact was part of an agreement that Trump had made a year earlier.
Guns and roses
We
with
will leave
November
by May
rain.
1st, he said,
Left you in the
as
shade,
long as
making
no attack on
lemonade.
America.
Tossing big
And
blades,
that-
one to penetrate. Catch a fade, death
Number
parade,
one.
my
Number
pen
two,
weapon grade.
Taliban was taking
Sit
large
around
swaths of the
speculating.
countryside,
Bread
north
broken
and
with my
south.
brethren, called it
None of the
entertainment.
major
Math contemplated,
areas, none of
level
the
of
major
name and labor. Big demon, self-esteem, devastator.
capitals of
Rose
each of these
pellets, the
provinces.
petticoat
But
penetrate.
they were all over the country. And the idea that if I had said on May the second or third, we are not
Not a
leaving,
slave,
we are
still remains in
staying.
the flow of sick and
Does
contagious.
anybody
No
truly
ripping
believe
pages, a lyricist for the
that
ages.
I would
My
not have
wisdom,
had to put in
symbols that are molded
significantly
nature's
more
sages,
American
magic like an age, my hope and
send
stamina,
your
second
son,
to none
your
advantage.
daughter,
Any challenge is
my
stepping
son
into
was
my
sent to
essence.
Iraq,
I shape you like a crescent and
maybe
mold
die,
you like a precious, not to
and
mention all your
forever.
imperfections. How unimpressive my internals won't
So the
accept the
only
message.
rational
Flow
thing
is
to do
luxury,
in life
driving the mic with Lexus, shift
was
the
to
gears
set
without
up
the
and
marking.
pre-position American
Retarded and
forces
polished revolving thoughts. This is
for the
not a
purpose
farce.
of
My lyrics stay
evacuation
proud of the
of
regardless of the
aircraft,
cost.
pre-position
I wanted a
them
fort to be
ahead of
yours.
time,
Seven is not
so
so
that we
much
would
like
be able to
Titanic.
get
You
the
all support the
process
game and what a shame
of
rappers are cheating.
evacuation
Black and sturdiness, I
of
penetrate
American
the frame
citizens,
of the drywall. The
SIVs,
beat
and
sound with
others
mass loaded vinyl,
The
dog.
last point I'll make is this. Look,
And Red Flag is now, you're now part of that heritage and everything that's happened since.
if we had decided 15 years ago to leave Afghanistan,
The big reason for that was because of Red Flag.
really
So again, it's about building combat.
if we decided 5 years ago, we continued to work for another decade and tried to leave, there's no way in which you'd be able to leave Afghanistan without there being some extreme
that is rising deep. Where's the understanding in the key degrees? No
we've been able to get a large number of Americans out, all our personnel at the embassies, and so on. Thank God it's so far. Knock on wood. In a different position. Scott, veteran, Scott,
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to follow up on something you said a moment ago. You said that there's no circumstances where American citizens cannot get to the airport. It doesn't really square with the images we're seeing around the airport, with the reporting on the ground from our colleagues who are describing chaos and violence. Are you saying unequivocally that any American who wants to get to the airport is getting there and getting past the security barrier into the plane where they want to go?
And the answer is, best of our knowledge, the Taliban checkpoints, they were letting through people showing American passports. Now, that's a different question when they get in the rush and crowd of all the folks just outside the wall near the airport. That's why we had to adjust yesterday.
They don't do the infliction that has to take place.
169 years. So it is a process to try to figure out how we
And those people are called Americans.
deal with the mad rush
They want to make sure
of non-Americans, those who didn't help, those who were not any Afghan who had to get out of the country. And so my guess is that no matter what, under what circumstances anyone, there's not a whole lot of Afghanis, there's a whole lot of Afghanis that just assume come to America, whether they're any involvement with the United States in the past at all, rather than stay under Taliban rule or any. So what I was saying is that we have an agreement that they will let pass through the checkpoints that they, the Taliban, control and put Americans through.
But given this, given the negotiations with the Taliban, the scenes that we're saying, can you just fully explain why the plan wasn't to go ahead with these evacuations of both Americans and allies before the drawdowns began, before Bagram was closed, looking back several months? Because whether it was now or several months from now, there seems to be a broad consensus that the Taliban would make these gains and these would be needed at some point.
At some point. But the point was that although we were in contact with the Taliban and Doha for this whole period of time, at some point wasn't expected to be the control of the lives of the Afghan National Force, which was 300 persons. Let's assume the Afghan National Force had continued to fight, and they were surrounded. A very different story. Very different story. But the overwhelming consensus was that this was not, they were not going to collapse. The Afghan forces, they were not going to leave. They were not going to just abandon the country, put down the arms and take off. So that's what's happening. Thank you very, very much.
Why do you continue to trust the Taliban, Mr. President? Why do you continue to trust their intentions, Mr. President?
track. I'm just trying to be a brick, y'all, this is a fact. What do you glorify? What do you strive to be? It's right in front of my face, but what you blind to see? You don't have to hate with whom you disagree. They can't control me, cause my mind is free. I trust no man, only mighty God. I never bow to the power of false wrong. I stand strong in the face of the mind control. I never give up, even when it's time to go. Back to the flow, super like the not niggas. Past dumbass Facebook philosophers. Speak not in the hearing of fools. Clowns run the town, they ain't playing by the rules.
This is a full 3 months of food without needing any refrigeration or special storage. And you're looking at our long-awaited 3-month survival food kit.
See these plastic totes right here? Well, I'm gonna show you something right now. Some people are concerned that they might have to go for a long period of time without getting outside food. That's why 4 Patriots is blowing up with thousands of requests for our survival food. And I should mention that when you get one of these heavy-duty, new and approved 3-month survival food kits, you also get 2 of these 72-hour survival food kits for free. By the way, this food stays good in pouches like this for up to an incredible 25 years long. Now, I've heard that some brands have already run out of their survival food, but we are doing everything we can to make as much survival food available as possible right now with everything that's going on. That's why now, and for a limited time, I cannot stress this enough, while supplies last, you can get 2 discrete, low-key storage totes that are packed with a walloping 3 months supply of survival food. Now, these totes are capable of feeding you breakfast, lunch, dinner, and yes, even snacks for months at a time. Again, these totes come packed with enough food in them for a full 3 months of food. And it all fits in right here. Now, you know what? I think I can cover your shipping costs to make this as easy as possible to ship these totes directly to your door. Yeah, forget about the shipping costs, it's on the house. Free shipping on your 3-month survival food kit with some cool bonuses. I'm gonna toss in some of our most popular guides for free that you'll have instant access to on your devices the minute you place your order. So you can read them today, in fact. Guides about how to slash grocery bills every single day, how to start a survival garden without a ton of space, a water survival guide that includes a quick napkin calculation for how much water you'll really need on hand at a minimum, and checklists for which crucial items are likeliest to sell out first in a crisis. Now, this guide is amazing. It lists an item right on page 8 we predicted years ago would sell out first in a crisis, and when it flew off the shelves this past year, it shocked everybody and even made the news. Well, it didn't shock us though. Just to make sure everybody has a fair shot at claiming these food totes with months of food jammed in them, again, before they run out, we're able to throw in a $25 savings certificate instantly, and you get it with your kit. We're throwing in 2 free 72-hour survival food kits. Now, they're right on top, no extra cost. We're gonna step it up though. We're adding in a free Sun Kettle solar cooker and a free Victory Garden seed collection to this already massive setup. Now, this solar cooker lets you boil water with the sun so you can cook your entire collection of survival food without ever touching a stove. You also get these pouches of Bugle Boy Survival Cocoa and Freedom Joe Survival Coffee to make with your Sun Kettle. Now, that's a hot drink you can make anywhere. And this seed collection contains thousands of seeds for fruits and vegetables. The Victory Garden seed collection contains seeds that keep good for up to 5 years. This means you could save them for an emergency and have an independent source of fresh fruit and vegetables just for you. So you got free shipping, several extra bonus items, a $25 savings certificate, and of course, 3 months of vital life-saving survival food. Now, that's really about all I can do for you at this time. So claim your kits. But right now, you have to click the link if you want to get yours before supplies run out, or who knows how long. Take the initiative and get yourself prepared right now while we still have our 3-month survival food kits in stock. So you can be a survivor, not a statistic.